It's a beautiful day here at Westchester Country Club.
Everything is big at Westchester Country Club. 36 holes, nearly 1,000 members, and one man's heart.
So he's been a beacon for us, a way of us reaching out into communities.
I've never seen John not help somebody that needed help.
He's somewhere between a priest and a warrior.
For John Kennedy, a 36-year PGA member celebrating his 22nd season at the club, his motivation to help those who serve can be traced to a chance encounter with a Vietnam vet.
Dwayne was a licensed vendor on the streets of Manhattan.
The idea, whoa, golf clubs in Times Square? What's the gimmick?
I was able to give him some golf clubs for sale, and we developed a friendship.
We've had a Vietnam Veterans Golf outing for the last 17 years, and John has contributed to that.
Then came 9/11. The club lost 5 members, but through the healing process, found their soul.
Never forget is way more than a slogan. They lived that.
The connection between the Westchester Country Club members, myself, and the troops and their families is something that's very deep and very strong.
We started by inviting, a few years ago, troops to play golf with us on the weekends.
The officers who have come here feel like this is a little bit of a second home.
I think he enjoys seeing the smile when he says, "Tell you what, why don't you go into the pro shop and grab yourself a hat?"
John has been a difference maker, touching lives in a variety of ways.
I was a staff sergeant in the U.S. Army. I was in a 3rd Special Forces group. I met with John. He explained to me that it's a tough business to get into, and he said, send me your resume. So I sent him my resume. The next day I got a call. I said, come work for me full time.
Spring of 2008, one of my club members, Joe Morrow, was taking a golf lesson. By chance, he said, "Do you have any leftover t-shirts and caps from the Barclays?"
Give me a good price. I'd like to buy them and donate them to the military.
And I said, as luck would have it, Tiger Woods was supposed to play, and he withdrew from the tournament on Friday, so I have a few thousand of everything left over.
And he thought that was a great idea, but he took it like 4 steps further.
Through golfers in support of the troops, upwards of 15,000 pieces of clothing have made their way to soldiers and their families.
A lot of times the troops' family feel like they're kind of left out. We've gotten letters from privates' wives in Kentucky, and the private's away for 18 months and she gets a $100 golf sweater. And when her husband hears that and he's out in the field, it just feels like his wife and children are being cared for.
When you hear their story, you just sort of wish you could do more.
And more is exactly what John has done.
Last year we raised enough funds that we could fund 2 separate scholarships for children of one of the men who had given their lives in Afghanistan.
It's not just an idea on paper for John. It never has been. He cares deeply about people, and I think that manifests in what we've seen him do for people who are close to the troops who didn't come home.
And now, John is continuing the work of fellow Patriot Award winner Jim Estes by welcoming and instructing disabled veterans.
That's the one thing Jim has taught me. He said, "John, the great thing about golf is that it could be their first step back to feeling good about themselves."
This gives the veterans something else to think about.
And your practice swing you do just like the golf swing. Slow press, hinge, face the target.
I never thought I could play golf. Now that I've got this support group, I'm finding that I can get out there and hit the ball.
Okay, so that time the thumbs came up and the ball went down. You take your 2 thumbs and push down to the ball.
Push down.
Thumbs to the ball.
They're emotionally in a good place. You hear laughter. You hear congratulations for each other's shots.
Oh, yeah. It's great to laugh again. It really is.
Oh, Lloyd.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
I'm hooked.
I got the Patriot Award, but be able to spend time with you is really more of an honor than any honor I'll get. So thank you for everything you've done. There are people who are working in delis that are patriots. It's just that spirit of caring about the fellow American.
It's very nice that the PGA and his fellow professionals recognize his service, not only to the game, but to things that are bigger than the game.